I'm always shiny. Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do a little game called Who's More Likely To? I've played a lot of different characters in my career and I thought it'd be fun to answer some questions and decide in real life scenarios, what would these characters do? Who would be most likely to? This is gonna be thought-provoking. Just love that I have two cameras for no reason. I feel like I have my own TV show. The characters I will be choosing between are Kit from Unicorn Store, Ma from Room, and Carol for Captain Marvel. You dig? First question, who's more likely to be a drama queen? Oh gosh, it depends on what you consider a drama queen. I want to say Kit is pretty dramatic in that she's, you know, slightly immature, but when Carol gets kind of juiced up, it gets pretty crazy. Is she a drama queen though? I'm gonna go with Kit. Also, my eyes are bloodshot. It's allergies, folks. Who's more likely to do weird things in public? Yeah, I would say, in my opinion, if I saw somebody who was able to shoot photon blasts out of their hands, I'd say that's pretty weird. So, Carol. Who's more likely to have weird phobias? Ma. That one's not as funny. Who's more likely to win a Nobel Prize? That's gotta be Carol, right? I mean, I feel like she's gonna be the one to have some new, exciting things to say about the world. I feel like she's the one that was gonna be making discoveries, right? Yeah, for sure. Who's more likely to get in a fight? I think we know who that is. That's Carol Danvers. She's out there looking for fights. Who's more likely to burn food while cooking? I can see scenarios where all three of them do, but I'm gonna go with Carol. I feel like Carol is just not skilled in that department. Does she really eat food? I feel like she's just like eating like a nutrition pill from the future or something. Who's more likely to give all their money to charity? All their money to charity? When I'm thinking about Ma, I'm thinking about her in the future. I see a version of her that is in advocacy and policy change and dedicates a lot of her time to safety and well-being of others. Yeah, I could see her giving her money away. Who's more likely to cry because of a sad movie? I'll go with Ma. I think she's had a lot of struggle and pain in her life, and so she can connect with human struggle and sacrifice, and I think she's very connected to those emotions. Who's more likely to break a Guinness World Record? As much as I want to say Kit, because I feel like she would do something crazy like hula hooping for 7 days, I think Carol would be the one. She'd probably break like a speed record, a sound barrier record. If she hadn't already done it as a fighter pilot, she would definitely do it as a superhero. She's a record breaker. Who's more likely to fart in public? I'll tell you what, you do not want to fart in that Captain Marvel suit. I guess Kit, I think. This is a tough one. What kind of personality trait means that you fart in public? What does that really say about a person? That they're relaxed? That they're happy? That they're comfortable with themselves? If that's true, then Kit. Who's more likely to fail a lie detector test? Who's more likely to fail a lie detector test? Oh gosh, these were hard. Gosh, I hate to say it, but maybe Ma. Just in thinking back to the film and how much lying she had to do, and it for the form of like security and protection. It's kind of a bummer answer, but I think that's who it would be. Who is more likely to survive on an island? Ma's obviously incredibly resourceful, but Carol Danvers can make fire. You just can't mess with that. Who's more likely to take longer to get ready for the day? Oh, that's gonna be Kit for sure, for sure. She cares a lot. She's color coordinated. She might even on a whim decide that she needs to make a necklace to match her outfit, and that's gonna set her back some time. Her clothing choices are surprisingly complex, aside the fact that they look kind of like they're slapped together. Who's more likely to fall asleep at a party? Well, Carol doesn't sleep, as far as I know, so she's out. Kit, I think, would like a party. So I'm gonna go with Ma. I think that she doesn't need it. She doesn't need to go to a party. This is really tough because I feel like I just have to project onto that. Who's more likely to survive an apocalypse? Well, I feel like Carol has survived multiple apocalypses, so I'm gonna go with her. I feel like she has the tools and the resources to be able to get it done. Who's more likely to worry about the small things? Wow, that's an interesting one. Now that I'm answering these questions, it's making me realize that these different characters kind of hold different aspects of myself and different perspectives that I have. So with that, I don't think it's Carol. She's got too many big things to deal with, so she's not sweating small things. I think she has a pretty good grasp on what's big and what's small, what's worth worrying about, what's not. Yeah, Mom might be the one to worry about small things, because I think she had to for her survival. Although it could be Kit, but I'm gonna go with Mom. I think it's Mom. Who's more likely to write a book? I can see Kit writing a book on like a how-to, like how to quilt using old towels. But I think that, and maybe it's just because Room is a novel, I see Ma at some point in her life taking the time to write it all down and tell her story. I think there's like a real need for her to, like when I think about her and I think about her existing in the future, I hope for her that she has the opportunity to create space for herself and be exactly who she wants to be and not be in relation to her past. Who's more likely to have better dance moves? I guess Kit. She's the most free, I think. Who's more likely to forget something important? What do we consider important? Carol's gonna forget your birthday for sure. She's got like bigger things on her mind. Like she's trying to save the world constantly. That's what I imagine she's doing. So she's not like remembering that it's, I don't even know if she knows what day it is. I feel like she's just kind of like out there, not sleeping, moving planets, saving large groups of people. So if what's important to you is getting a card on your birthday, that's not gonna happen. But if something important is like showing up at a court date on time, I don't think Kit could do that. I think she holds the place that I do where I cannot tell time, and so I've decided that Kit doesn't tell time. Who's more likely to forget their lines? I think Kit. It's making me laugh thinking of her have to say lines. I think that Carol has like memory retention. I think she has to. I think that she has had to like learn all these different, you know, even in her past, being in flight school, like learning how everything works, how the plane works, learning, you know, there's so much math that's involved in there that I think that she has good memory retention. I don't think Kit is really stretching her mind in that way. Okay, so that's that. And it was really fun to think about these characters living on, because that's one of the sad things about my job is once the movie's done, I have to let the character go. This was great fun to be able to think about them and think so fondly of them and what they're doing with their lives. All right, thank you everybody. Thanks for checking this out, and see you next